Hello and welcome. In this week's video, I'm going to demonstrate a super effective stretch for opening up our posterior rib cage and decompressing our spine. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now in the starting position, but as I go further into hip flexion, I'll be restricting my front side so that through breathing, the expansion will be isolated to my back side, which is where I need to expand. So here I am, relaxing, stabilizing, breathing, just like always, feeling my ribcage expand. Every single exhale, I'm allowing my front side to close a little bit more, so that in every single inhale, I'm opening up more space in the back. Remember, this is an exercise in relaxation, not only of the body, but of the brain. Slowing down, letting go of tension. You can see I've hinged at the hips down into flexion, just like the knee push-up. Now I'm resting on my elbows. This more flexed position, taking up more of the slack in my system, allows me to feel more so the tightness in this posterior rib cage, where I'm trying to breathe now. Expanding, releasing. I'm also getting a good stretch in my triceps, as you can see, and even down in my fingers, as I'm holding them extended. You can feel the connectivity of all these tissues originating at the core, and that's what we're playing with here. So I'm spending some time here, stretching and relaxing, opening up my rib cage. And now, as I relax further into flexion, I'm taking up more of the slack, trying to maintain the shape of my spine, the integrity of my spine. It's stable and long, and I sit back toward my heels. Now, most people, first trying this, probably are not going to be able to get back into as deep of a flexed position as I can right now. It takes time to release the tension in our posterior chain to allow us to fully get into hip flexion with a stable spine. You can also see the stretch goes from my sit bones all the way to the top of my head. Spine is nice and curved uniformly throughout. I'm not kinking or folding at any one position. Now it could be more or less curved depending on what kind of stretch I want or need, but the principle is the uniformity of the shape, a continuous curve. I've mentioned in the past about my neck being a problem area, and you can of course see how it's a little more flat, but as it lengthens, my cervical spine that is, as it lengthens, it will adopt more of a uniform curvity with the rest of my spine. As I relax, I can get further into flexion, even at the bottom here, sinking deeper and deeper, allowing my hips to let go. And you can breathe here for a good long while. Relax deeply, and take your time coming out of it. It is intense to be in such a deep, flexed, end-range position. Stable spine, breathing into such a pressurized canister. But oh, is it good. I'm going to do it one more time, but demonstrate a different method of getting down onto your elbows. So this is more akin to the knee push-up, but I'm in an externally rotated shoulder position this time. So kind of like an accordion, just folding down and back up, focusing on hinging at the hips. And I'll do it again. This is just a different option. It doesn't necessarily matter how you get down, but we're maintaining stability as we go down, so this is a way to avoid the twist. And it's a good tricep exercise. So relaxing tension, exhaling on the way down, hinging, hips and elbows this time. And now I'm demonstrating how you can progressively relax into deeper and deeper ranges of motion. So if you don't have access to the end range right away, you can progress into it each breath. So exhales, I'm relaxing tension. I can sit back further. Inhales, I breathe into this new shape. Exhaling, relaxing, flexing further. Inhaling into my torso, expanding my rib cage, relaxing tension further, opening up these tissues, and then letting go of the tension that's not allowing me to move through the range of motion that I should have and do have. It's simply about relaxing the tension. So now I'm going to demonstrate what to avoid, compensations to look out for. When I demonstrated the knee push-up, I mentioned how we should be trying to hinge at the hips and not just roll over our spine like I do here. Nope, we're hinging at the hips, maintaining integrity of the shape of our spine as we do so. So again, down, hinging at the hips, maintaining stability. Okay, not extending my cervical spine, not trying to look forward. Remember, long neck, long spine throughout. Lastly, not pointing my butt as I sit down. This is a very common compensation. We'll often get our hips out of the way in order to sit back, but as you can see, that compresses the spine. So, not compressing our spine, working through range of motion, and relaxing the tension that prevents us from doing so. Steady, gently, maintaining uniformity, relaxed.